It's 5:30 a.m. I just got to the bus stop. I was originally gonna take the 6:30 a.m. one, but I couldn't fall asleep all night, and at 4:40 I was like, I may as well just get up and get ready for the really early one. That also means I haven't had sleep in about 20 hours, so I don't know how this video is gonna pan out, but hoping for the best. Alright, I just got off the subway. It's currently 6:15 right now. And the reason I'm doing this video today is because Italy reintroduced interregional travel on the 3rd of June. And pretty much all the business is back to normal now. So I thought I may as well take this chance and just tour around the city without all the tourists. Also, if you're part of the 90% of the people who watch my video but don't subscribe, please consider subscribing. It's free and you can always unsubscribe if you don't feel like it, and it really helps me out a lot. Thank you very much. So we're starting off with the Vatican Museum. Usually this is where the line would start. The entrance is way over there, and the walls are here. So on the other side there's the Vatican. They opened up the museum on the 1st of June, and actually I went to visit there a few days ago. And it was honestly just so nice seeing all these artwork without the people, and I've actually never seen the Sistine Chapel so empty. If we turn right over here, this is gonna lead us all the way to the St. Peter's Basilica. Scusi, buongiorno, si può entrare? I mean, obviously St. Peter's Basilica is one of the crowning pieces of Renaissance architecture. Its main architects includes Michelangelo and Bernini, among like a bunch of others like Bramante. Work began at around 1506-07, and it lasted for more than a century, and it was completed at around 1620-ish. Mazza che bella! Oh. Look at all these chickens. And now turning away from St. Peter's Basilica, this road here leading up to it is called Via della Conciliazione. It was built by Mussolini actually in 1936 as one of his first building programs of fascist Italy. The original idea was that you would walk through all these narrow streets of Rome, and then all of a sudden, bam, you have the St. Peter's Basilica right behind you. So it would have been super imposing, but Mussolini decided to construct this really wide road. And in the summer, it would usually be crowded with cars and also tourists. But today, not a single soul here. Now, if we keep walking straight, we'll eventually get to the Castel Sant'Angelo. And these are just like some parks. It's pretty nice inside. I've never actually been there. I mean, it looks nice. Castel Sant'Angelo actually used to be the fortress of the popes. So they had a secret passage going from the basilica to the fortress. And in times of war, he would escape to over here. And of course, over here we have the Tiber River. And back in high school, I used to just run around the banks over here.
Volevo diventare il re dei montani.
Hello, voiceover Jackie here. My microphone malfunctioned for some reason, but basically I'm explaining how the Ara Pacis is here, which is an altar dedicated to Pax, the Roman goddess of peace. The modern structure housing it was built in 2006, and it sparked a lot of criticism because it didn't represent the ancient Roman culture well. Now going through the gates over here, we arrive at Piazza del Popolo, which would have been a traveler's first view of Rome, arriving from either south or north, because this was the starting place for both Via Flaminia and also some important roads heading up north. And on the right we have Via Palpetta, in the center we have Via del Corso, and on the left we have Via Babuino. And even now this will be a really nice place to hang out for people of all ages. Also, I think 2 weeks ago they installed all these electric scooters around Rome, so now they're absolutely just everywhere. You can rent one for like a few cents per minute and just go around the city. It's both good for tourists and also commuters. And after we get up the staircases, we arrive at the Terrazza del Pincio. And it not only gives you a great view of the Piazza del Popolo, and also just a great panoramic view of Rome in general. Back in high school, my friends and I used to just get a few slices of pizza and grab a few drinks and come up here and just admire the view on a Sunday afternoon. Good times. Oh, doggy. Alright guys, so we've arrived at Piazza di Spagna, down over there. And then the famous Spanish steps are the steps here leading down to the piazza. And this is where you would come to do a bunch of shoppings if you're like an international tourist. And actually over there used to live this English poet called John Keats. He lived and died there in 1821. So during touristy season, all of this place, all of the piazza will be flooded with tourists. You can actually move. So it's really, really nice just seeing not so many people around here, sitting around and chilling. Alright, my GoPro just ran out of battery and it's been a couple of hours since I've had food, so I think I'm gonna get something to nibble on. I just got a coffee and a croissant. Yeah, so as I mentioned before, all along the streets of the Spanish Steps are all these super famous designer brands that I'm too poor to afford. You have like Ferragamo, Gucci, Chanel, and all that. But along this way, there's also a great tiramisu place, which I can't seem to find. Alright, here we are at the Piazza Navona, which is one of the major piazzas here in Rome as well. The middle centerpiece is a building by Bernini as well. And it represents the four rivers from the four continents. So there's the Nile, Ganges, Danube, and Rio de la Plata. And one fact that I find really interesting about this piazza is from around the 1600 all the way to the 1800, on every Saturday and also Sunday, all of the piazza would be flooded with water for reenactment and also for celebration of the Pamphili family. So just imagine this whole piazza filled with water. That's really, really cool. And now here's the Pantheon. This actually just opened a few days ago, so I will actually be one of the first people to go in here after the quarantine. So the Pantheon literally means, from Greek, an altar for all of the gods. And on the inscription it says Marcus Agrippa Luci Filius Consultetum Fecit, which essentially means Marcus Agrippa built this. And now it's become a Catholic church, I think. Yeah, let's go see inside. And over there they have a radar to sense the temperature of each visitor just to make sure they don't have COVID. When the Pantheon was erected in 146 AD, it was considered one of the greatest architectural feats, and even today it is. Because of the giant dome, a lot of calculations had to be done in order that the top might not fall off. In the Pantheon, there are two graves which interest me the most. The first one is Raphael, who was a Renaissance artist. He drew a bunch of famous paintings. And the second one is over there. And then the other grave that interests me the most is here, Vittorio Emanuele II. He was the first king of Italy.
Hello, voiceover Jackie back again. I'm just explaining here that this is the Trevi Fountain built by Nicola Salvi. I'm not really sure why it's so famous, but people would toss coins with their right hand over their left shoulder, which supposedly means you'll return 2 coins for falling in love and 3 for marrying. Luck or no luck, your money goes to a good cause. And then I got my temperature checked again to enter the Victoriano, which is a national monument built in honor of Victoriano II. As you will see, I got a little too excited.
Okay, not gonna lie, this is quite exciting. I've never climbed up the Victoriano before. So the Victoriano is also in the neoclassical style, which is why you see all these white marbles. They're trying to imitate what the ancient Romans did. And that's the Equestrian statue of Victor Emmanuel II, the first king of Italy. Oh, look at this view. This is amazing. Right, and over on this side we have all of the Roman Forum. That's Trajan's Market. That's Augustus' Forum. Over there is the Forum of Nerva, and then that's the ancient Roman Forum. And over there is the Colosseum. And then I went up to Campidoglio, which is where the Capitoline Museum is, then to the Roman Forum, and I went along the Via dei Fori Imperiali all the way to the Colosseum. Yeah, I mean guys, this is the Colosseum. I'm not going to explain to you its history and stuff. This is a must-see if you come to Rome. And I think I'll just cut the video here today. I'm really out of shape, so I'm going to go get an ice cream at this point. Alright, I'll see you soon.